This example will help you remember how to do all the graphing and statistics when things are done in water analysis. Okay, let's get started. Let's say we analyze water for acetates, oxalates, and sulfates. Those are three polyatomic ions that commonly occur in our environment. The acetates are 36, 41, and 32, and those are parts per million. Oxalates likewise 55, 47, and 42, and sulfates 61, 64, and 63. First thing you want to do is get a Google Sheet open, and you're going to place the data in like this. Remember that it's going to be A, B, and C columns, and then we're going to fill in 1 through 4, and then remember to repeat. You see in row 5 we repeat the titles for graphing purposes. Makes it easier. Okay, first we'll get the average of it, and I'm doing something different this time. We can use an internal function called average. So you equals average parenthesis A2 colon A4, and that's going to take the average of these. And what you do is remember to drag that all over. Remember, it's this thing right here that gets dragged over, and that'll calculate the averages for each one. And you can pause the video while you do that, and then restart. The next step, I want to calculate the standard deviation. So then you do equals STDEV, and then A2 colon A4, and again that will take care of A2 through A4 here. These would change if you did not have them in the exact positions that I do. And drag that all the way over. And that'll calculate the standard deviations, okay, for all of those. And again, you can pause the video while you do that, and then you can restart. And the final statistic is the relative standard deviation. That's when you take the standard deviation divided by the average and multiply by 100. That equation is equals A7 divided by A6 times by 100. And that gives you this number here, the 12.4. Drag that all the way across to get all the standard deviations done. And pause the video one more time. And here goes. I've concluded a summary of our statistics here. This first row is the average, the second row the standard deviation, and the third row relative standard deviation. Okay, it's now time to graph. And again, anytime you may pause the video to actually do it for your data set. We need to highlight rows 5 and 6. That way we've got the average for each and then the name for each. We're going to do a graph on this. So insert chart. Under chart types, again, we want to do a column graph. You can actually pick that up under recommendations as well. But under chart types, make sure you uncheck everything first and then recheck use row 5 as headers. That'll give you a graph that looks like this, and each of the acetate, oxalates, and sulfates is then labeled appropriately for you. And again, any moment you may pause this video. Under customization, please add a title. I called mine just water analysis. Then scroll down and change the horizontal axis to left vertical. And then provide yourself a title there. I called mine parts per million ions, just something more general. Because that's our concentration unit this time for this chapter, just parts per million. We'll go on to more in the next chapter. And now it's time to start putting error bars on. So scroll all the way down and then see the series. Change all columns to the first one, which will be acetates. Remember, you have acetates, oxalates, and sulfates. Under acetates, change none for error bars to constant. And then record your standard deviation. Look at this one right here. It's 4.5. So that's the row 7 data for acetates. I put 4.5 in there. And that put this error bar on there right there. Okay, now go ahead and change the value from series acetates to oxalates. Go down one more time. Under error bars, change none to constants. And this time it is 6.6. You can't see it under there, but again, it's row 7. So scroll over and find the data for oxalates for row 7. That'd be 6.6. And then one more time, the error bar, okay, associated with the last column, which is sulfates. So you go ahead and change sulfates to the series to sulfates. And then one more time, go and find the data in row 7, okay, for sulfates, and put that right here, and that would be 1.5 for the standard deviation for that. And now we got 3 error bars for each one for each of the columns, and then just hit insert, and you are done. And that's how we do all of our statistics for this chapter.